in your imagination, like, a person who used steroids probably is completely massive, like absolutely jacked, like Death Star delts, like gorilla chest, some thick ass thighs, and like a big ass butt. Maybe not that. Maybe you don't notice that last part, but someone who is completely like massive, um, like veins going everywhere, like veins in his chest, in his abs, like veins absolutely everywhere. It might even be kind of disgusting. Like it's just veins on top of veins on top of veins. It's like, whoo. And then on top of that, like striations, like you can see like individual muscle bundles. It's like it's a very muscly and lean physique. And that's what I think most people imagine a steroid user to be like. Oh, don't forget, like he has to be angry as well. He has to be ferocious. Yes, he has to be ferocious. And that's what most people imagine people who use steroids to be. But in reality, it's quite different. Most steroid users are not those people. Right? Most steroid users are regular ass people who are fucking small. Like they're small. And they're using the steroids to get bigger. Right? Like we assume that steroid users are like extremely big from like the results of steroids, but we don't look at the motivation to use steroids. And most of the time, it's because people are insecure about their bodies. They don't think they're big enough. They don't think they have enough muscle, and so they take steroids. And if you think about it that way, it makes a whole lot more sense that the most people that take steroids are those who don't look like they take steroids. Those who take steroids are the ones who are skinny, who are lanky, without muscle, who are fat, whatever you name it. Just not having the best bodies. And it's because they want to get a better body. But what's worse is that some don't even go to the gym. They just want to use steroids because it's an easy way to gain more muscle. It's so easy. You just inject, and then boom, muscles. There's that one study where it looked at, it was a long time ago, but it looked like two groups, it was like three groups I think, one without steroids, one with steroids but didn't go to the gym, and then one with steroids and did go to the gym. And it showed that the group in the middle that took steroids but did not go to the gym gained more muscle than the group that did not take steroids but still go to the gym. And you can debate on the validity of that study, and I will certainly debate on that. But it's at least one study that can tell people that, just use steroids and you'll gain more muscle than even if you trained. And certainly that blackpills the fuck out of people who want a better physique. It's like, even if I go to the gym, I'm not going to gain nearly as much muscle as someone who takes steroids. So what's the point in going to the gym? If I just take steroids, I can still gain muscle, which is not true. At least not a substantial amount of muscle. Not enough to change your physique. Therefore, in the gym, it's usually the people who go to the gym but don't really have good physiques. Don't really have big or aesthetic physiques that are pinning, that are taking steroids. These people are the most likely to be on something. They're the most likely because they're usually the most insecure. Right? They usually are the people who want to change their body, but seemingly it doesn't work. Seemingly just training doesn't work. And then they lose hope, and then they inject steroids. And there's something even worse about that, and that is that steroids do not work for everyone. Some people are more receptive to steroids than others. Let's take a sample of people that are all going to train in the exact same way and blah 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 blah. One person takes steroids, gains 5 pounds of muscle in 2 months. Another person takes steroids and gains 10 pounds in 2 months. Another person can take steroids for 2 months and gains 15 pounds of muscle. There is a range of how much muscle you can gain with steroids. And there are some people out there who gain so minimally from steroids that you would not even believe it. And it's very unfortunate because they went into this thinking, I'll gain muscle because I'm taking steroids, Steroids make me bigger, make me go burr. But it doesn't work, sadly. And they're left with even more despair. So just because you take steroids does not mean you'll have a great physique. Does not mean you'll obtain muscle. It does not mean that. It does not guarantee that. What does guarantee it is training, going to the gym, doing something in the gym. If you're a beginner, just doing anything will help you gain muscle. And of course, as you get more experience, you'll need to be more involved in it. But going to the gym, that is a more definitive way to gain muscle than just injecting steroids. And is the more noble way. So to conclude, in my experience, it's those who have good physiques, who aren't like massively big, but pretty big, pretty big. It's those guys who are not pinning, usually. They're not massively big, but they're aesthetic. It's these types of guys who are usually not pinning. It's usually the extreme ends. The people who don't look like they train, and the people who look like absolute monsters. It's usually these two groups that are taking steroids the most.